Hello, hello, hello. It's Jolene with Home Stitchery Decor. So let's bring myself up on the big screen television here so we can see what is going on. Find you guys. So a jelly roll. Nope, we need to go back. Hello, everyone. We're going to sew some jelly roll rugs here today. So I need to just get back out of here. And this is I bring you guys up on my big screen television so that I can see the comments as they come through. And I haven't been here for a while, so hello. Hopefully this will come up onto the screen here right away quick. And we'll get going. We're going to use fabric from Connecting Threads today. If you guys can see me and hear me, hit the thumbs up so we know that you're here. And I've got skipping videos. Skip my video. Hello. It's Jolene with Home Stitchery Decor. And I'm just bringing you up on my big screen television so I can see the comments as they come through. It takes a little bit for the connection to come through. And hopefully the video here will work here in a second because all I'm seeing right now is my icon, which kind of sucks. Gosh darn it. Can you guys see anything? And if you can, let me know in the comments here. So it's saying successfully connected, and I don't believe that we are. Let's go back. We're going to use fabric from Connecting Threads. I've sewn thousands of rugs, so once we get this all set up, it's going to go pretty good. I've got a couple of new tools here for you guys today as well. No, can't see you. See? I knew I couldn't see you guys. What's going on? Here we go. Can you see me now? Oh, all the funny things. Thank you for coming. Yes, I can see me too. So hopefully this will work now. Hello. Always a cluster. Hi, Melissa. Yes, everybody can see and hear now. I can kind of see the comments on my screen, but mostly I'll be able to see them on my television up here. And we're going to get going. We're going to have a little bit of fun. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jolene. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm Home Stitchery Decor. I've sewn thousands of jelly roll rugs, and I teach it here on my YouTube channel for free, because why not? And we have a fantastic membership here. We also do all kinds of giveaways and just general fun stuff. So I'm sure there's going to be a few of my regulars that come on. I haven't seen you guys for quite a while because I was busy at Christmas markets, and then I was on vacation, and then I got really sick. Wah. Okay, so the fabric for today is from Connecting Threads. Any of the tools and equipment and everything is in the video description. I've put links in there. There's the Amazon storefront link for both Canada and the United States. If you want to buy fabric from Connecting Threads, I've put my affiliate link in there, plus a discount code, which they've given to me for you guys to use, so you get 15% off. And I just opened up one of these already. I think I bought 14 of the same color. And I'm not even going to mess with the order of the colors or anything like that. I'm just going to start sewing. The only thing that I like to do with Connecting Threads is you can see that there's a little bit of lint stuff going on here. So I am just going to shake that off in a basket off to the side, so it's kind of not getting all over me. And then this is a new lovely green color. It's called Whitley Court. So hands up if you've never sewn a jelly roll rug before. It's really easy. And we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the video. So stay, because I haven't been here from frickin' forever. And that means not only are we going to talk about the members only prize, but we're going to do an actual live giveaway. So make sure you stay for that, because if you're not here, you cannot win. So to start the rug, I'm just going to take the first strip. I'm going to lay it face up and left to right on my sewing machine. I'm going to take my second strip. I'm going to put it right side down, and it's going to go top bottom on my sewing machine. And we're going to make a little square that looks like this. And we're just going to turn it like this, and we're going to sew on the diagonal. So I always do a back and forth stitch at the beginning and the end of each strip as well, and that makes it so much easier when we go to do the next step, so that the seams are not coming apart. Yay. Okay, where's everybody from? This is interactive television, so the more you participate, the more fun it is. And we are going to give away, what am I going to give away today? I'm going to give away, kind of like, why not go big or go home? Why don't I give away one package of the fabric from Connecting Threads? This is Witchley Court. So if you stay till the end of the video, we're going to do a draw. And whoever's here can win it, and I will mail it off to you. And if you've never been here for any of my other videos, go and watch them. We do this all the time. It's super freaking fun, and there isn't enough fun in the world. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we've got Melissa from Arizona. We've got Timothy from Loves Park, Illinois. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. And we're just going to do this for 40 strips. So I'm sewing a big rug today. It's going to take a little bit to do. This is a brand new color that I have not done before. And actually, you know what? Maybe I'll just do a 30 strip rug and I'll cut 10 off at the end, because I'm due mine in 30, 40, and 20 strips typically for my website. You can buy all my stuff on my website as well. I'm Peggy, not Tim. Okay, Peggy. Good to know. Well, Peggy, you signed in on Tim's account, so how are we to know? Good thing you cleared that up for us. But we do have quite a few men here that join on the channel as well. So always happy to see the guys joining in. The machine I'm using today is a Husqvarna Viking Onyx 15, and I just got this at the just like my local quilt store. And it's a workhorse. I had some staff, and they all had this machine for a while, and then I decided that I did not want to have staff for various reasons. But anyway, so these machines have come home for now. And if you've never been on my channel before, you know that or if you have been on my channel before, I should say, I was using a Singer Heavy Duty, and the only thing it was good for, because I beat the crap out of it so much, was a straight stitch. But it bit the bullet last night sewing a different rug. So now I've switched to my Husqvarna Viking. I like to use my machines until they're literally smoking. So we're going to take off 10 at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll save those for another rug. So we'll do this one a little bit quicker because we're going to do a 30 strip rug. And like I said, I didn't separate the colors or anything on this one. This is just a good lesson in, you don't have to separate your colors for your Jelly Roll rugs. If you don't want to, you can do them in the order that they put them into the rolls for you. But they are kind of fun to mix and match your colors. So if that's your jam, what I would do is spread out all the colors and then just kind of make sure that I wasn't doing dark, light, because if you do dark, light, you're going to end up with all dark on one side of the rug and all light on the other, and that looks like bunk as far as I am concerned. So I work with Connecting Threads fabric all the time. I really like their color lines. They've got another one coming. I think it's Maison Jolie, which I just ordered last week. So it'll be here next week. And once that one gets in, if you want, we're going to do a members, you have to be a channel member for it, but a members only Zoom sew along for it. So that's going to be fun. So these are lovely blues and green colors. And again, if you're just joining us, the first piece of fabric you lay down on your machine, left to right. The second one, top to bottom. You make a little square like this. You turn it like this, and you sew on the diagonal like this. And then once we're done sewing all 30 of these, we're going to, Ooh, what's happened here? We're going to cut off the little triangles here. My thread has skipped out of the needle. Going too fast. Going too fast. Gotta slow down. Oh, goodness. And I just tried the automatic threader on this one, and I didn't like it so much. So I'm going to do it by hand here. Does anybody else find that annoying? Those automatic threaders don't always line up. And I don't know, I'm old school. It's like sometimes quicker to just do it yourself. Do it yourself. Do I have any of my members here yet? I know I haven't been here for a while for you guys, so I'm sure there's going to be a couple of them pop in and say, where the heck were you, girl? Because I have not been here since January. And these are kind of like, I'm going to give you, the tips and tricks of everything as we go along, but I'm also going to tell stories about my business. And when the members come on, we generally have a chit chat and get to know some people and have a little catch up of what's been going on with everybody. So we probably got about another 10 or 15 to go of this process. Then we're going to cut the ends off, and then we're going to get sewing. I'm going with the batting. I'm going to use the Pellon, this jelly roll batting with scrim, and it's 100% cotton fleece with scrim. I buy them in 50-yard, 2 rolls by 25 yards, so 50 yards, and they will do a 40 strip rug, no problem with that size. I like to use good quality quilt cotton and good quality batting, and because I've made thousands of these, I've tried pretty much everything. I'm currently working on a rug in Dallas cowboy colors. That's cool. That is very cool. I have not done that. I'm Canadian, so I don't do a lot of like American, or what you guys, I guess, would call like Americana colors. I don't do a lot of that just because we don't have a big market for that kind of color palette up here. But my rugs are available online, so you can check them out. You can check out my pricing, all that kind of fun stuff at ACTHomeStitcheryDecorcan. Yeah, that's kind of cool. We do have a community group too. So if you've got fun projects that you're working on, we'd love to see the pictures in the community tab. Just go to the main picture, like the main channel thing, and find the community tab and go ahead and post your pictures there so we can all cheer you on and honestly get some ideas for our own stuff. We're going to steal your ideas. That's what we're going to do. Couple more of these. This is like a sew and tell. I am loving the colors in this. I haven't even opened this one up. I think I'm desensitized to new fabric. I used to, like, when I first started the business here, I would, if I got new fabric, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to work with that immediately. But now I just buy colors that I like because I'm doing so much volume. And today is honestly the first time I've opened up a package of this color from Connecting Threads. So you're seeing it live as I'm seeing it. So I haven't made the rug yet. It's not on my website yet. So I have no idea actually how this is going to turn out. We're just going to wing it with the colors. And if you're just joining us, the fabric is from Connecting Threads. It's called Whitley Court. There's a discount code in the video description. If you want to buy fabric, go through my affiliate link. That'll pay me a few bucks if you buy fabric from my link. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. And we're just going to work here on sewing a rug. So we're sewing the strips together first. We got 2 more left to go, 3 more. Then we're going to sew the tube. Then we're going to do the round and round. And I'm only going to make a 30 strip rug here today. Just for simplicity's sake. It's Friday afternoon. I want to do other stuff too. But All right. Hello, 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 everyone. There's 8 people watching now. Yay! So, Jelly Roll Rug Sewing Class. Free from Home Stitchery Decor today. I don't know why people have to take art forms that we've literally done for generations and then insist on charging a boatload of money for you to learn it. Kind of ticks me off. So I rebel by teaching things for free on my YouTube channel. In fact, I teach my whole entire business here on my YouTube channel. So if you're thinking of doing a craft business and you want to know how to get started on that, just follow along. There's tons and tons of videos here. And I wrote a book and all that kind of fun stuff too. So I sew, I drink coffee, and my little Cocker Spaniel's under my desk here. So if that's your jam, this is a cool place to hang out. I'm just going to clean all this lint out of my plastic basket that I shook off in here earlier so I don't wear it a second time around. Quite a bit of it. That I could actually do without the lint on these, but it is what it is. All right, so now we're going to cut the excess fabric off, and I have this basket here so everything stays clean and tidy. So we've just got this triangle, and I don't have to do any like fussy cut or anything like that. I take about this much, a good thick 1/4 inch off of it, or left on it for a seam allowance, and I just use my scissors. Nothing too fancy. I don't press this open, anything like that. I don't clip it with Wonder Clips. And I think just because I've made so many of them, I'm getting, better at it all the time. Of course, you would, right? Why would you continue to suck at something and then keep doing it? So we've got 30 of these to do. Hopefully I can put them in the right order here. At the end of this video, we're going to give away 1 jelly roll. So stay tuned for that. And when I'm done cutting these, I'll also go over the members gift prize here, which is ginormous. You guys should get in on that. If you want to join the channel, it's $2 a month, which is like less than a cup of coffee. And you get members only content, you get members only giveaways, you get access to my content earlier than anybody else. You get private Zoom classes. Ah, my gosh, what else do you get? A priority reply to comments, and just more fun stuff. So we're going to build a massive community of memberships here, and that's going to support the giveaways and just like the fun stuff, because I do not like to not have fun. And because I'm going to be here anyway doing this, I'm going to take a few people with me. So join in. It's going to be fantastic. So when we're done cutting these, I'll show you what's in the members only prize pack. I believe it's at $865 right now, Canadian, which is huge. And when we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we're going to do a draw from those members, and the winner is going to win that prize pack. And it doesn't matter where in the world you live. If you win, we're going to ship all of it off to you, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to have so much fun. And I teach you all my business stuff here because I kind of feel like the world would be a better place if a whole bunch of people had the ability to make some extra income for themselves. And I always had like an aunt and a grandma and stuff that taught me how to do things. And it's kind of my little way of passing things along because I don't have any kids. So YouTube's a great way to reach a whole bunch of people. I'm catching my first live. Welcome, Joyce. Welcome to the home stitchery decor world, where people either love me or hate me, and I'm going to do my thing regardless. All right, I'm digging on this fabric. You guys got to see this close up. Like, look how cool that pattern is. that just says like, oh my gosh, like vintage toll almost to me. Maybe I should have done this before Christmas, but I was busy. So I do these huge craft shows, massive craft shows that they get 20 to 30,000 people in a weekend, or over, I guess maybe over a couple of weekends. So that's typically where I sell my stuff, and online. So I'm getting ready for next year's craft shows, if you can believe that. Kind of ridiculous to have to start that early. Okay, so there's the end of it. I've cut off the selvage on that first end. Did you get better at starting the zigzag the more? Yes, you do get better at it. And I'm going to show you how. I've got a bunch of new tips here for you guys today. Because I went to Cancun and we got back a week ago Monday. And sadly, I got norovirus, which is like the stomach bug, plus COVID at the same time. It was horrible. And because I was like laying around, not doing much, I really couldn't do much. I was scrolling on the internet and I saw some cool stuff. And then I was like, dang, I'm going to try that. I tried it and it worked. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's go over the members only prize pack. If you want to join the channel, it's in the video description. You can join from your screen, or you can go back to the main channel and just hit join from there. And so we've got this massive prize pack, which doesn't have anything to do with today's giveaway, but this is the members only prize pack. So you have to be a paid member. When we reach 150 paid members, your name will be entered in the draw for this. So, and all of these products we did a live sewing for, so you can go back and watch them. It's super fun. Okay, so we have a coral floral pillow sham. This will fit a 20 by 20 inch pillow insert. We've got coral floral super cozy sewing kits. The video tutorial is on my channel for this. You have to sew it yourself, but they match this fabric here. We started this giveaway, adding on thing last year, so we've got a bunch of Christmas stuff in here. You got 2 of my original design Christmas cards. You're going to win those. We've got 2 Christmas tea towels. We did different lives. Interactive, where people picked out actually how we sewed those. We've got a set of 9 Christmas reindeer ornaments, also my original designs. 2 sets of fridge magnets, which we made here, everything we made or designed here. 2 Robert Kaufman Christmas placemats, they're reversible. We've got an actual jelly roll rug. So this is a small rug. I would say it's probably like 20, maybe 24 inches, 20 inches. Anyway, we got a jelly roll rug. We've got a fabric tube maker, which you need to make these rugs. We've got a copy of my book, From Zero to YouTuber. It's available on Amazon. If you want to start, grow, and scale your own YouTube channel, go ahead and grab my book. It's available. And then we've got from FAF this quilters kit, which has 2 what are these? Cutting rulers, quilting rulers, rotary cutter, rotary blades, 2 packs of needles. And then on the bottom of it, we've got a rotating cutting mat. And that is from FAF, so that's pretty sweet. And then I also own the ACTHomeStitchery Studio Cutter, and I had an extra studio stocking die, and the tutorial is on my channel. So you would need to buy the cutter, but you're going to receive this die, which is super duper expensive. So that's the members only prize pack. You have to join the channel in order to be entered for that. So if you kind of like it here and you think you might want to stay and learn and win some cool stuff, that's what's in the prize pack right now. Okay, off this goes to the side. And then at the end of today's video, I know, isn't it amazing? It only gets better here, honest to God, because we are not having enough fun in this life, and I'm going to bring the fun, and I'm going to build this massive fun YouTube channel and take a whole bunch of people with me, and we're all going to enjoy ourselves. Gosh darn it, if I have anything to say about it. Yeah, wouldn't you love to win that? It's pretty amazing. And I keep adding stuff to it. So when we reach 150 paid members, that's when it'll trigger the draw. I think we're at 26 right now. So got a little bit of work to go. Tell a friend. And literally, if everybody here told 3 friends, this could be done at the end of the day. and we'd be able to do the draw for that prize pack. And I'm going to do it on a live, and I'm going to show you on my computer who's the winner and all that kind of stuff. Everybody will be assigned a number or something, or I'll put every single name in from the members, and we'll do a picking of it. And I've done this lots on my channel, so go back and watch some of these other videos. It's super fun. And now we're going to throw our basket onto the floor and get going with sewing. Here is the batting we're going to use. This is a jelly roll batting strip. This is from Pellon. If you're in Canada, I have this available on my website. If you're not in Canada, it is not affordable for you to buy it off my website. So please don't, because you can get it cheaper someplace else. So, and I have one open here. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to roll it off to the end just because I don't like to have a whole bunch of extra stuff in my studio. And I'm just going to zigzag it onto the new roll here before I even get started. And like I said, I've got a few tools here that are going to help you guys. How many are new? Raise your hand if you've ever sewn a jelly roll rug before. Because I seriously have a couple of really good tips here in a second. Just as soon as I get the plastic off. Go gadget plastic. Okay, toss that to the side. I don't like to overlap my batting. I like to do a zigzag and butt the ends up together. I've seen a lot of makers where they overlap the batting and just sew it in through the tube. Well, I'm selling these professionally, so I sell them wholesale. I sell, thousands of them. So I don't want anybody saying, there was a bump in your rug. So I do the extra little step here of zigzagging my ends together, and just everything I do is the highest end I can possibly do. So just know that. Never, but it's on my list. Okay, Joyce. Well, this is the time to pay attention. Okay, so we joined all the strips together. That was super fun. Now, we're going to use some tools here. We're going to first use the Clover fabric tube maker. Again, these are available on my website. If you're in Canada, they're affordable. If you're not in Canada, buy them someplace else. So this is the Clover fabric tube maker. It comes like this. These actually click apart, and there's 4 parts here. So there's the big part that's got the big end that stuffs into it. And then we've got the little part that's got the little end. I don't press seams. I do not press seams. No, you will not notice them. And I don't use Wonder Clips either. Yeah, you don't have to press the seams. Yeah, they're so much fun. I make mine to sell also. Well, that's cool. Very cool. Well, we can always learn something new. I learned a whole bunch of new stuff just because I was sick. So, all right. So I'm going to put my batting down about that far from the end. Can you kind of see it? It's like just under an inch maybe from the end. And my fabric is right side down. My batting's on top of it. I'm going to fold it twice to the center. Okay, there we go. Just like this. Fold it into the center. And we're going to run it through the first section of the tube maker. So this is kind of just like a bias tape maker. So just get it lined up into the middle and pull it through, and it's going to look like that. I don't want to go too fast because I want people to be able to see. Now you got this little end that's going to fit in here. So what you do is you slide it up into the fabric, slide it up into there, and click it. And don't stop until it clicks. There we go. And then you'll be able to pull your fabric through, and it's going to fold it for you, is essentially what's going to happen. Then we're going to repeat that process with the second one, and it's going to make a second fold. So super easy. Fold it again. Now we got it looking like this, and we're going to take the little end that looks like this, and we're just going to shove that fabric through the center of it. Really easy. Okay, just like that. Just like that. And again, you've got this little clicky part that's going to go into the center. So it goes in pointy side up, and you just push it until it clicks. And now it looks like this. Okay. Now we're going to sew the, I want to make sure I got this back on my, we're just sewing a straight stitch. So how I start this, I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to move my camera, I think, because this next step is going to be kind of important. So bear with me while I move the camera here a little bit for you guys, because I want you to be able to see this maybe closer up. Very important steps. And we're moving, and it'll be okay. This is kind of like if your grandma taught you how to do this. This is what would happen. Okay, can we get a picture of it here? I think we can. I think we can. I think we can. Yes. Okay, so we've got the fabric here, right? We're going to fold the fabric in over the top. Give it a little finger press here, just so it's in nice and tight. And then we're going to angle the corner in and fold it in just like that. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side. Angle the corner in. Watch my fat fingers, but angle the corner in, fold it in. So now we've got a nice seam here, and we're going to fold it one more time. And can you see how nice and even that is? That's what we're going to start with. And hopefully I don't knock my camera too many times, because my presser foot is right here too. So, or my speed foot. Okay, so now we're going to just do a couple back and forth stitches here and get this in and started. With my needle down, I'm going to turn it, and off we go. So it might not be perfect when you first start, but this is how we're going to do it. I always like to sew right on the edge. And the reason for that is when you do the zigzag stitch, if you don't have the sewn piece right to the edge, say you sew it in the center, what'll happen is when you do the zigzag stitch, you're going to miss this fold half the time. And then on the back side of the rug, you're going to have a whole bunch of loosey-goosey fabric that you're going to want to tack down anyway. So I like to sew right to the edge. And I've sewn hundreds of these, thousands in fact. So we're going to pull our, this is the first step that I want you guys to try first. And then I'm going to add on to this here in a second. But what you want to do is you want to hold the fabric a little bit taut. Pull the first section of the clover tube maker towards you. I like to come, about 6-8 inches away from the machine. Make sure you've got your needle in your needle down position, and then keep everything taut, because if you don't, the ends come out. So keep everything taut and sew on the edge. Questions? Concerns? Comments? We don't take any complaints on this channel, so just so you guys know, we don't talk politics, we don't talk complaints, because it's a waste of time. So keep everything taut and sew on the edge. Now, you'll see there that I pulled this way further than I should have, and it wasn't taut. So just pull it the 6 to 8 inches, keep it taut, and try to keep your needle in the needle down position before you move your tube maker. And then that way, if you pull your fabric, you're not pulling it away out from underneath the presser foot. I'm going to watch this on my big TV later. Yeah, do that. Okay, so we're going to pull it just a little bit, not too far. Because if we pull it too far, this goes loosey-goosey, and then it looks like crap. And then you got to spend your whole day doing this with your finger, trying to line everything up. It's a huge pain in the butt. So trust me, do it like this. Okay, so that's the clover fabric tube maker. Now, excuse me for 1 second. I just need to blow my nose because I had COVID and norovirus at the same time, but hey, we're back to work, and isn't that cool? Okay, I got it. Now, I have a couple of other tools here. I know that this is hard to do. I know that it is hard to sew on the edge of this. I know this because I've done this for many times. So I was watching TikTok, and some person on TikTok had these two gadgets, which are magnetic seam guides, and most machines have a magnetic throat plate. So what they did is they put this one on this side, cool, and then they put this one on this side, also cool. Now, I'm going to come in. Can you guys see that super close up? If I get my fingers out of there, can you see what's happening here? I kind of feel like I want to go closer with this. So I'm going to, because I think you'll thank me for this later. Okay, let's go super close if we can. And move the camera here. Move the camera here. Okay, you should be able to see that super good now. So I had the needle in the needle down position. We can even move this one to begin with, right? Okay, so we've got our first one here on the left-hand side. Super easy, okay? And now this guy is like a super heavy-duty one. I mean, he's even hard to pick up. And you want to get him placed like there. So he's not really, maybe down just a little bit, because I don't want him hitting the, it's hard for me to see now because I'm giving you guys a better view. I don't want him hit like inside the presser foot itself, but down a little bit from there. So now when I go to feed this in, it's going to be so easy because I'm going to have my fabric folded twice and I have a seam guide on either side of there. So isn't that freaking cool? I saw this on TikTok. So you can go and watch somebody. And these two are available. I put them in my Amazon storefronts. So go and check out my Amazon link in the video description. And every single thing you need for Jelly Roll rugs is in there. And I put these two in here recently because I was like, people need those. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you guys. I'm sorry for moving the camera, but you know what? This is how you learn, right? Like if your auntie was here showing you how to do this, this is what she would be showing you. She would be like, come here, look, get in here, look. Don't do it like that, look. Okay, so hopefully we won't bump the camera here, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull our machine over to the side here. Oh, and see, I bumped the camera, but that's okay. It is what it is. We'll get it back here. Okay. We'll get it back. Okay, so now we can pull the first section of our tube maker, pull the second section of our tube maker, give it a little, twist to line it up, and just basically go to town. This worked better on my other machine, I'm not going to lie. It is moving a little bit. Where could I put this? Just get it in as close as you can. There we go. It's a little more secure here. And you can tighten this part down or loosen it off. So that's loose. And the opposite way is tight. And that's going to press the fabric down. See, that's much tighter. Press the fabric down and you'll be able to go. So how easy is that? Now I'm going to show you close up here on this edge. This is how close I'm sewing to the edge. And it's catching on both sides, which is important. And that's going to make it so much easier when you zigzag this rug later. You'll be able to catch both edges of the zigzag as you go. How are we liking that? These weren't expensive either. I think together they were about $20. Maybe 25 Canadian. But for the amount of time they're going to save me lining things up, I think it's worth it because I'm making, hundreds of rugs, thousands. I've sold thousands. So This year I'm hoping to do 300 to 400. Love it. Yeah, what a game changer. What a simple, like, tell a friend situation, right? I will say that my Clover fabric tube maker thing here has been used so much that it kind of comes apart sometimes now, and I'm thinking I should just get a new one out of the box. Because can you see here, this part just came out of it. All right. So fast. So fast. Honestly, the best thing. If you guys can use my Amazon links, that would be helpful because that's how I get paid, right? Is through the channel membership and through people shopping through the Amazon links. So just be careful. Like you'll see here, I've got a big wide open spot and I'll have to go back and fix that. And that's probably just my own doing of not paying attention because I was looking at the camera instead of, or the comments on the screen there. So just be careful. You know, like everything, it's not perfect, but if you line this up with these two gadgets with your fingers, you know, adjust it if something's off, this will save you tons and tons of time. Loads of time. And my husband's a carpenter, so we have this thing in the house of like, you always have to have the right tool for the job. No surprise, right? A quilter and a carpenter. That's like so cliche, but it works, I think, because our brains work similarly. Yeah, that's the word. And, you know, you just vibe off each other, so it's pretty cool. All right. So this is the brand new way to sew a jelly roll rug. And like I say, you guys, not everything's perfect. You see this? The tube makers come right off its mind. So you might have to play with something as you go along. But it sure beats the heck out of doing it all manually. Pull the tube maker down and see it's mostly corrected itself there, but I do have to fiddle a little bit. It'll be okay. Sometimes if you don't pull it exactly even, it's not going to fold it exactly even. So go slow, take smaller swipes till you get used to it. Make sure your needle's down. Make sure everything's taut. And like any new tool, right? Like when you first started sewing, you needed a minute to just get used to stuff. So this is, you know, probably the second time I've used this setup because I did try it last week for a few hours and it worked pretty good. So I was like, hey, I'm going to videotape that. That's pretty dang cool. Pretty dang cool. So we're getting the hang of this, guys? Can we move my camera back to talking, or would you prefer it to be here so you can see close up? You know, I guess if people were joining, there goes my tube maker thing again. If people were joining the video, they might want to see this part close up. So maybe we'll just keep it like this. And I might just open up another tube maker and get me a new part. Because that one has been used, oh gosh, well, all of last year. So some of these parts, you know, they lose. I'm sewing commercially. That's basically the gist of it. I'm sewing these with retail parts commercially. So I don't mind if something wears out on me. I'm just going to go get a new one. Joyce says to leave it. All right. Figure out which way works best for you. If you want to guide your fabric through a little bit from the back end, there's a difference between guiding and pulling, of course. If you need to take longer strips, bigger strips, if you want to fold it a little bit yourself as we go. So if you're new here watching just now, hi, I'm Jolene. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I sell modern farmhouse home decor, which means a boatload of rugs. And I teach what I do here on my channel. So at the end of today's video, we're going to give away one jelly roll. And then we've got the members only giveaway as well, which is $865 giveaway right now, which is pretty amazing. How do you adjust the tension? My tension would be up here on this machine. Every machine's a little bit different. I basically use factory settings for this part of the rug. And then I actually don't even sew the zigzag with this machine. This is just my workhorse straight stitch machine. I'm going to use my FAF Quilt Ambition 635 to sew the zigzag. I made your pillow shams for my market. Yay! Are you a member? You are a member, Melissa. I can see your icon there. I'm like, this girl sounds familiar. Who is this? Please forgive me. I have been super ill. But how did it go? Please tell us. Spill the tea. And are any of my other members here? I can't see the beginning of, or the front of my camera right now because I'm giving you guys the best shot here. How did it go? How many did you sell? Did you watch the live, I assume, and then made some pillow shams? I have a Juki for straight stitch and then I have a Viking for zigzag. Yeah, how many of us are doing that, hey? It's like I just said, you need the right machine for the job, right? And for me, this machine isn't quite wide enough. And I prefer a very wide zigzag for these rugs because I don't want that fold missed on the underside. And therefore I use my other machine. Oh, you got sick and didn't get to go. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Me getting sick and not being able to go to a market is not optional because the markets that I do, like with 20, 30,000 people, if you don't show up, you will never get back in. So last year, I actually detached my retina, and you can actually see that in my jelly roll tutorial, because I do have a short form video of this on my channel, and you'll see I'm wearing an eye patch. But my husband actually had to go and run the market while I was in surgery because there's just no way you can't cancel on them. You will never, ever, ever get to go back. They're playing with big money. So if you don't fill your spot, these are like almost like convention markets, right? They're just so big. I'm very sad you didn't get to go, though. That's kind of a bummer. All right. I'm loving these colors. Again, this is Whitley Court from Connecting Threads. If you're buying fabric, there's a link in the video description for Connecting Threads with a discount code. So you get 15% off with my code, which is super good for quilting fabric. And I bought their new collection, Jolie Maison, or Maison Jolie. It's reds, like burgundies and creams. And I'm going to organize a Zoom class, sew along, for my members. So if you guys want that jelly roll, order it right away because we're going to do it right away. I'm going to make more for markets that starts in May and runs through September. So like an outdoor farmers market? And this is just a slow and steady wins the race at this point, you guys. So we're making the tubes for the jelly roll rug. We're making a 30 strip jelly roll rug here today. This is 100% cotton fabric, quilt cotton fabric. We've got 2 seam guides here, magnetic seam guides, plus the clover fabric tube maker. Is that French General? No, this one is Whitley Court. And the other one I ordered was Jolie Maison or Maison Jolie. It's a brand new color. You know what? I can show you what color it is because they sent me a catalog. And I just happen to have it right here. Here it is. Jolie Maison. And so this is the color scheme. Let's see if I can get you guys the... Here is the color scheme that I just ordered. And I ordered the... well, jelly rolls for this, right? So 40 fabric strips. And I think I ordered 12 of them. Yeah, so that's the color there. They just sent me a catalog. So connecting threads, the link is in the video description. And it's this one here, Jolie Maison. So if you can find that, you'll be able to see it on their website. And order it quick, and then maybe not next week, because I know there's going to be some people that will order it today. But order it, and we'll do one, say like the middle of February. So you guys have got time for it to arrive. And we'll do a Zoom sew-along for paid members. The second one sounds like French General. Yeah, it is kind of, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's French, right? Jolie Maison that's French. So that's probably in that color scheme, right? Anyway, I kind of liked it, and I needed some new colors for next year. So I thought, why don't I just order that? I saw it there. Well, last week I saw it. Well, I was, sitting around not doing much. I was ordering fabric and watching TikTok videos because that was pretty much all I had the energy for. Because we got norovirus at the resort that we were at in Cancun, which is the stomach virus. And probably 80% of the people there got the stomach virus. And then on the way home, likely on the plane, I also got COVID, which kind of sucked. So I had them both. But the good news is when you get sick like that, then you're probably good for, 5 or 10 years. That's my theory anyway. I'll be good for about 5 or 10 years now because I just got walloped. So just remember, if you're just joining the video now, we're sewing a jelly roll rug. We're going to give away one of these jelly rolls at the end of this video. So you have to be here to win. We're going to assign everybody a number. We're going to use a random wheel, and we're going to pick the winner from that. And we're sewing a 30 strip rug here. And if you want to see any of my products, they're on my website. And if you want to learn all about how I do everything, just join, watch the YouTube channel here. And I teach everything I do for my business on here because I can't make this stuff for everybody. And frankly, it's a good teaching. It's good to teach things to other people. So I'm enjoying it. So I get paid if you shop through links, which helps because that helps support the giveaways, obviously. And I get ad revenue from YouTube, which is kind of cool. And then I'm almost to the point of like getting brand deals, which is also amazing. So I'm going to keep working on that. And just a couple of weeks ago, I did my first paid engagement at a quilt guild. So if you're looking for a presenter for a quilt guild, I do them on Zoom, so I can do them in Canada and the United States. And I talk about my business and give all kinds of inspiration tips and show off how it's done. So I did my first presentation for a quilt guild a couple of weeks ago. It went really, really well. I'm super excited to get to the point of being able to present my business on that level. And then in a week or two from now, I'm going to go and speak at a college here in our city, which is a pretty affluent college, actually. I'm going to speak to their marketing students. So that's pretty exciting. And a lot of that is based on my book, From Zero to YouTuber, which is available on Amazon, where I teach people how to have their own YouTube channel, how to start, grow, and scale their own business using YouTube. And so if I hadn't started sewing Jelly Roll rugs, well, it would have been 2019. I would not be where I am now, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you for being here, you guys. That's amazing. Tell a friend to come and join us. If your clover tube starts going wonky, pull it towards the sewing machine and just reline it up. This is some pretty thick fabric, I'm not going to lie. So this machine might not be the answer to my Singer heavy duty dyeing, because it doesn't seem to be pulling the fabric through quite as good as my Singer did. And I suppose, no, it didn't work. I tried this one with a walking foot once. That's true. I did try that. It didn't work very well. So we just got to go slow. But this is so much easier than trying to line the fabric up yourself, because you would be folding this twice. You would be feeding it into the machine. You would be trying to keep it straight, all of that stuff. So with the guides here, this is just way easier to get that fabric through. And once again, you can see the edging here, how nice and snug that is to the edge. Super consistent, except for that one spot that I screwed up. But that's my own doing. So I'm not going to get mad at the machine or the tools when I was looking at the television, looking at the comments. So this might be my new bath mat. Might be my new bath mat. We'll see how it looks when it's done. I do have a bath mat that I love, but you know, anytime there's a new color, you're like, oh, so pretty, one for me. If you're just joining us, say hello and tell us where you're from. Sorry guys, I just got a sip of coffee there. I hate to waste a warm coffee. What's everybody working on tonight? I know it's Friday night, probably not the most super busy time for people to be watching sewing videos on YouTube, but I was available. I like to be in my studio on Friday nights. My husband goes out with basically for the whole night, actually. He goes out for the afternoon, and then he goes out and plays darts in a league, and I frankly can't stand those people. So I stay home in my sewing room, which sounds super rude, but I'm like, oh my goodness. Some of them are not very kind, and I prefer to spend my time with happy, fun people. And my husband doesn't let anything bother him whatsoever. So he's like, I don't care how dumb they are. I'll go hang out with them. I'm like, you go right ahead. That's not how I'm going to spend my Friday night. But go you. And then I ended up really enjoying having my Friday nights to sew through the winter. So it worked out pretty good. See, my little thing is off here. Push it towards and then pull it back down and see if that fixes it. And if it doesn't, you may just have to fuss with it until you get it. You could take this off for one thing and just try to reline up the fabric. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys the secret here. This is totally my fault. I didn't get my end lined up, and now it's got caught in the clover tube maker. So like where I joined the ends here, can you see it's not quite lined up? So this is my own silly fault. So I'm just going to do it manual here for a second until I can get the fabric lined up properly. But like, something is off here. And 99% if something is off while you're sewing, it is your own fault. Okay, so now I've got it lined up again here. I can put the end, click in back to the clover tube maker. So instead of, throwing a temper tantrum or screaming at the machine or whatever, just slow down and look at what you've done, because 99% of the time it's going to be something you've done. And I've learned that from experience, because I started this business with tears and actual curse words, and now I'm feeling much better. I will say this Husqvarna is much slower at this than my Singer Heavy Duty was. But you know what? I wore that thing out. I wore it right. I mean, the bobbin wasn't holding in the casing anymore. The thread was constantly getting stuck and cut off in the mechanism in here. It was just done. I was very sad last night, but it's like, okay, this thing is not working. It's like taking me an hour just to rethread this every 5 minutes, like way longer than it should be. But I think I might actually have to get another one, because this Husqvarna Viking is just not pulling this thickness of material through like my Singer Heavy Duty did. And I just bought that Heavy Duty off of Amazon. And I did it again here. Look what I've done. Where I've cut off the end, not sewn the edge there quite good enough. What have I done here? My own fault. But this machine does seem much, much, much slower. And just for speed and accuracy, I might have to go and get another one of those Singers. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about here, guys. Pull this apart. Now line up your fabric. Get it centered again. Put your piece back in. Oop, put it in the right way. There we go. Perfect. I don't want to do this on my FAF machine either, just because my FAF is, like, it's got 200 stitches on it, and it's computerized, and it was super expensive. So I really don't want to wear it out doing, 1,000 rugs on it. I like the large zigzag on it for sure, but the straight stitch, because I'm going to beat the tar out of that machine regardless, I might just go back to the Singer Heavy Duty. So you might see a new one here in a new video pretty quick. Because I feel like this machine is like at like 50% the speed of the Singer, which adds up to a lot of freaking time if you're doing the commercial. All right, let me get my thing that fell on the floor because I pulled it apart. Oh dear. Line everything up. As soon as I get my craft room set up, I'm going to read that in a second. As soon as I get my craft room set up, I am going to go have for a straight stitch and one for zigzag. Yeah. It's different. Like I know Singer gets a bad rap for some stuff. I'm moving my camera here because my foot press here just went all the way over, which also probably isn't helping my speed. But it's like the straight stitch, you need the power for. The zigzag, you need the wide zigzag for it. Ooh, girlfriends, I'm having a time here. Get my little thing lined up. I don't know how many freaking times I've done this. Like, what did I do differently when I sewed these end to end that they're where the fabric joins, it's miserable. And now my end here doesn't want to go back in. Okay, let's try this. I'm going to have to fuss with this one a little bit for a second. Slow and steady. There we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Everything is time and money too, right? Like I started this business with, I'm not even kidding you guys, nothing. So we didn't even have the room set up. I didn't have a single piece of fabric. But my husband's a carpenter and I had gotten sick with something else that was pretty serious. So we're like, what can I do? I started my craft business and I just very slowly started building one project onto another project, onto another project. And now 6 years into it, I'm doing pretty good. But it did take some time. So if you're watching my channel and you're learning from me, you're going to go a lot quicker than I did because I'm basically telling you my whole business here anyway. And therefore, you're not going to have to figure it out. You can literally just copy some of my projects and start your own craft business. And to that end, I was at Winners a couple of days ago getting some shampoo of all things. And I noticed that they had all their home and garden stuff out. And they had shelving in there, like garden shelving, where the shelves fold down and the sides fold in so you could easily transport those shelves. They had a boatload of that kind of stuff for garden center. So if you're thinking of setting up a craft booth and you've seen my craft booth set up, that is exactly what I did about 6 years ago with the metal shelving that I still have and use for every single craft show. I got it at Michael's. I had to go around, the entire city. Our city's pretty big. So I went to Michael's and HomeSense for an entire day and bought a series of shelves from them. It cost me, I want to say probably about $1,200, which I know is expensive, but I have used them at every single show since. And because they're standalone shelves that I put basically dowels in between to hang all my tea towels on, you can adjust your booth for any size. And because they are shelving, you can put mix and match collections on them. They're easy to transport, and you can put all kinds of products on them instead of just like a folding plastic table with a crappy tablecloth on it. It's a much easier way to get a lot of stuff in your booth. And the more stuff you have in your booth, the longer people stay to shop and they get to know you and you build relationships and all that kind of fun stuff. So if you're in the market for setting up your own craft fair booth, I highly recommend going and checking out some Winners Home Sense stores for folding shelves, or your local garden center, because this is the time of year that people are building their gardens and those kind of products are available for sale. You can also find stuff like that on my Amazon storefront, but there's more options at the garden center right now. So, and again, this first one has twisted the fabric. Has twisted fabric. I shouldn't say it twisted the fabric, because honestly, if I was putting it in there properly, it wouldn't twist. So there we go. There we go. There we go. What do we think of these colors? You guys have seen quite a few of the colors go through the machine now. Are we loving it? Hating it? Not your jam, but you're staying for the free entertainment? I think my bobbin is almost out. Nope, not quite. When we are done sewing the tube here, I'm going to show you guys how to start the rug as well. And I'd say we're at least halfway through sewing this tube, which is going painfully slow. So, boy, am I glad I didn't do a 40 strip rug today. Just did a smaller one. I don't understand what the heck I did. Can you guys see how much I screwed this up? Like, look how this end is. I don't even understand how I did that, but I did it. And now my fabric seems a little bit short, or scant, I should say. Maybe scant is the word for it. So it's a good thing I'm sewing right on the edge. Today is going to be a one rug day, which is not too bad considering I started at 3 p.m. my time. I did do quite a bit of work on my website this morning. I'm trying to basically do inventory from after these Christmas markets, which I know is kind of late. But I had a bunch of products on there that I wanted to kind of revamp. And because I want to do so much more like next level guest speaking and all that kind of stuff, I really wanted to work on the back end of my website and make sure things are looking more cohesive and just standardized. So there's going to be some big changes on that site here over the next month. That's the plan, to get it all up and running by the end of February. I do sell the batting strips on my site. I do sell a little bit of fabric on my site. I do sell the fabric tube makers on my site as well. So if you're local to Calgary, order and you can pick up. So there'll be more of that going on this year as we try to expand some things. And I also have one-on-one coaching calls available again. You can check out the pricing for those if you're building your own business and you really need a hand. I offered very detailed one-on-one coaching to get you to whatever the next level is for you. If you're just a beginner or you're trying to get to the next level of your crafting, don't find somebody that you like that can help you. I have so many coaches signed up for so many coaching programs, and they are worth their weight in gold. You will get to where you want to go so much faster if you just literally paid a little bit of money to get somebody to help you with it. So highly recommend. Even if it's not me, you can find somebody or join some coaching programs yourself or join mentorship programs and just kind of figure out what the next steps are, or just get a blueprint for what your next step should be so that you can take your business to the next level. Slow but steady wins the race here. Oh my goodness, we're about to get out of the blues here in a couple of strips and into some taupes, so that'll be fun. I think it's good too to have a close-up with somebody that's actually been doing this for a while, to show you, all the things that can go wrong and quick and easy ways to adjust what you're doing to get it back on track. Because honestly, we all started at the same place. We all had the same issues. We've still got some of the same issues. Like, look at this. It shouldn't be like that. It should be feeding in properly, but it's not. So just get yourself situated again. Get your tube maker thing back together. Get it lined up and clicked into place. Yeah, I agree. I had an old Singer. It was like a 1972 Singer, and I wore that out. It had gone in for service basically so many times and had the same regular service guy for years and years and years. And finally, one day he said to me, "You know what? I cannot do anything else with this machine." But it lasted till about 5 years ago, which is crazy because it was a 1972 machine. Like, just absolutely insane. You cannot find a machine these days that will sew anything like that. They will not last that long. It just went and went and went. I actually have a quilt that I made for myself that I pieced the entire quilt on that machine. And my quilt is 120 by 120. So 120 inches by 120 inches. So a giant oversized king. It's got, enough quilt of it that you can actually do a roll over top of your pillows on your king size bed. And that quilt won at the fair, the local country fair. And from side to side, that whole entire quilt, being quilted on a 1972 Singer, was a 1/4 inch off from one end to the other in total. I mean, that's unbelievable for that amount of piecing, and just the overall size of the quilt. So what I would give to have that machine back brand new. I'm sure somebody's got one like in their grandma's basement. I should try to go to some estate sales this year, and they'll be like, oh yeah, my grandma bought this and she never sewed on it. And I'll like, I will take that and 3 more if you have them. So they definitely don't make them like they used to. Sad but true. Same as refrigerators, washing machines, dryers, cars, like pretty much anything. I was watching a commercial, probably before Christmas, and I think I don't want to. I don't want to defame any car maker, so I won't say what brand I thought it was. I think I know what brand they said it was, and they're like, basically their catch on their commercial was, 90% of our vehicles that are 10 years old are still on the road. I'm like, what the frig kind of advertisement is that? So you're saying that 10% of your cars that are less than 10 years old are no longer working, is what you're saying, right? Like, what? That would be like me saying to somebody, I'm going to make you this, handmade jelly roll rug bath mat, but it's like, I'm going to charge you $150 for my largest one, and in a year from now, it's not going to be any good. Who would pay for that? But we're all buying cars like this. And then I'm thinking, who is the advertiser that thought that would be a good selling ad? Like, they should be fired for basically admitting that 10% of their vehicles are not on the road 10 years later. And, thanks for warning me. Has anybody else seen that commercial? Because I'm like, am I the only person that thinks that's crazy? Why would you tell people that? And like be bragging on it. Crazy, crazy times. Crazy times. You're going to notice when you're sewing these tubes as well that some colors are just easier to sew. Some fabric is harder for the needle to go through, or it's got a waxy coat on it, or it's just a little bit stiffer. And some colors are going to go through your machine a little bit easier than others. So don't be surprised when that happens. You're going to have some colors that, you just have to slow down to a crawl to get your needle to go through them. So don't be surprised when that happens, because it will. If you're sewing a lot, it will happen. I'm going to push this up and try to get it. There, I managed to get it back centered. Aha! Without taking it apart. All right, we're changing to taupe here for a minute. I can't see how many people are watching right now. Can somebody let me know? Maybe we need to reintroduce everything that we're doing here. Get a sip of coffee. 11. Welcome, everyone. If you're new, say hello. Tell us where you're from. We're sewing a fabric jelly roll rug here today. And at the end of this video, we're actually going to give away the fabric that we're sewing right now. This is from Connecting Threads. So make sure you stay to the end so you can get a chance to win that fabric, and I will get it shipped off to you. And if you haven't, please join the membership. It's a couple of bucks a month. And when we reach 150 paid subscribers, we're going to do a draw. And the draw is valued at $865, full of products that I featured at the beginning of the video. So you can go back and watch the beginning of the video if you want. Hello from Abbotsford. Hi, Robin. I'm Jolene from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I know where Abbotsford is. You're close by. Just going to change my bobbin out here. Robin, have you been on the channel before? I'm not sure we've met before. And okay, there we go. We're back in business. So I'm showing you guys how to sew these tubes here today for the Jelly Roll rug itself, but I'm also going to give you the fabric at the end of the video, so make sure you stay till the end, and showing off all these gadgets. So if you haven't been here before, I just discovered these new gadgets because I was super duper sick and watching TikTok. And somebody on TikTok had these gadgets, and I was like, what on earth is happening here? And so I ordered them because I thought, well, that can't be right. And if it is right, I definitely need those gadgets. So I ordered them for myself, and lo and behold, they work. And I put them in my Amazon store, which is in the video description. So you can order them for yourself. So there are 2 seam guides here that we're using. And we're also using the Clover fabric tube maker, which will come into the shot here in a minute. You're a first timer? Well, Robin, where have you been? It says 13, but there's only 4 or 5 in the chat. I know. Lots of people just like to visit or just like to watch without visiting, and that's totally fine. But they need to be here at the end to win the fabric. So make sure you stay till the end. And if you're watching, we're going to assign you a number, and we're going to draw for this fabric, and then I'm going to send it off to you. So we'll use a randomizer, that kind of thing. And somebody's going to win, because at Home Stitchery Decor, we like to have fun. So we're almost, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 strips left in this 30 strip rug that we're doing. We're using the Husqvarna Viking Onyx 15 machine. She's from, Joyce is from Montgomery, Alabama. You've been subscribed for a while, but this is her first live. Well, hello, Joyce. Thank you for subscribing. That's kind of cool. Tell a friend, because once this channel gets big enough, here's what's going to happen, right? I started this business, and I take all my products to the local markets, blah, blah, blah. And that's fun. But then I started a YouTube channel, and I was like, this is going to be even better, because I'm going to build this massive community of like-minded people that like to hang out, win prizes, that kind of stuff. And I would like to build it as big as Mr. Beast, but for crafters. And the only way we can do that is if you guys participate. If you guys join the membership, that helps pay for the giveaways. You pay a couple bucks a month. You get all kinds of access to my free content. We're going to do a members only sew along with, if you're new here, we ordered this Jolie Maison fabric from Connecting Threads. The link is in the video description. And middle of February, we'll do a members only sew along. It looks like this. It's really pretty. So join the membership for that. So you can join the Zoom call, and we'll do a rug sew along for that. And the bigger the channel gets, of course, the bigger I get, of course, then you get things like giveaways from suppliers, or you get branded content deals. And I'm of the opinion that we are not having enough fun as crafters. So the more money I make and the more connections I have, that's going to get passed down to my YouTube audience. And who knows where it could go from here. So we're at like 8,800 subscribers right now. And to get to like sponsored content or like my first brand deal, I need 10,000 subscribers. And the only way to do that is for people to participate. So thank you for being here. This is a Husqvarna Viking Onyx 15 machine. And honestly, I would not recommend this machine for sewing these tubes. I just got rid of my Singer Heavy Duty because I wore it out. I literally threw it out last night. It had sewn thousands of tubes of rugs, and I literally just wore it out. I had it for about 3 years. So every mechanism in it was just done. So I think I'm going to order another one of those because it is much faster than this machine. It's got much more oomph. The Singer Heavy Duty that I like is in the video description in my Amazon link. There's a US link and a Canadian store link. And you can click on the link and then just find the Jelly Roll supplies. And everything that I use there is in those links for you guys. No secrets, but I do earn small commissions if you purchase something through a link. That's how I get paid, along with ad revenue from YouTube. So thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate it. But yeah, this is, in my opinion, this machine is okay. But the Singer Heavy Duty basically kicks this one's butt by about 50% for sewing these tubes. And like I say, I just got rid of it last night. So I thought this was going to be the answer for this, and it's just not. It's not powerful enough for the tubes. Now, do I like it for my soup bowl cozies? Yes. And I teach the soup bowl cozies on here too. And you guys, I've got a ton of sewing kits on my my site now, which I'm going to do more of. So Melissa, maybe you can answer this from somebody that is actually doing, I'm going to ask a whole bunch of you guys this as we go along, from somebody that's actually using some of my products to do to markets. Would it be of benefit to you if I were to offer cut sewing packages in bulk for craft markets? So say like soup bowl cozies, where you could buy them pre-cut from me with the batting and fabric. Would that be something that as a maker you would be interested in? Joyce, I am using 2.5-inch batting, and it is, I'll just grab it here so you can see. This is available on my website. If you're in Canada, it's affordable. If you're not in Canada, order it from someplace else. Jelly Roll batting strip from Pellon, 50 yards. This is the cotton fleece with scrim. This is the very best batting that I have found after sewing thousands of rugs, that I have found that works for the rugs. It gives a nice loft and consistent sewing. So if you're in Canada, the batting strips are on my site and the fabric tube makers are on my site. Okay, yes, but you live in the United States. I understand that, Melissa. Yeah, I understand. But also, shipping is not that, it's not horrible to the States. So if we found an affordable shipping option, would that be something that you're interested in? So I could do it for soup bowl cozies, oven mitts, that kind of thing. So I've been tossing that around for a while because like if you've been here for a while, you know that I'm an AccuQuilt affiliate and I tell you guys to go and get that AccuQuilt machine. But if you're just starting out, you can't afford the AccuQuilt machine because the machine itself is like $800. Now, I've done a YouTube video on like how to make a boatload of money making soup bowl cozies, and you can pay for your machine within, you know, a couple of bolts of fabric, but some people still can't afford that. So then I thought, would it be helpful if I did some pre-made like bulk kits where I did the cutting and you bought the kits off of me? So that I have one, I just need to get more dies. Oh, you have an AccuQuilt machine. Do you have an AccuQuilt machine, Melissa? Yes. So the soup cozy die, oven mitt die, stocking die, eye mask die. Those are ones that I'm currently using. What else do I use? The strip die. Because yes, I buy the jelly rolls pre-cut, but I also purchase coordinated fabric where I buy it in bolts. So I buy every color in the collection and then I cut everything myself with my AccuQuilt Studio. I have the strip die. Do you have a Studio or a Go? We're going as fast as we can here, guys. Change to a lighter blue. Oh, you have a Go. Yeah. So then you need like just not to cut as many layers as I can cut with the Studio machine. Once you've got that, I mean, investing in a die is the best thing that you can do. It has been a game changer for my business to have the AccuQuilt machine. If anybody needs the AccuQuilt, on my main channel header, under like the About Me section, the link for it is there. And if you need it, you can also email me at ACTHomeStitcheryDecorcan@gmail.com and I can send you the link there if you need that one as well. Yeah, I think I can do up to 10, which is pretty dang good. Pretty dang good, I'd say. Okay, pull. You guys see, it just even though you buy batting, it is not always consistently thick. So I just went through a section there where the batting was ridiculously thick and it didn't want to pull through the clover tube maker, but we got it. We got it. Okay, jam that sucker back in there. Let's go again. This is where needle down is very important. Yeah, see, that's not going to work. It's just popping right off of there. I will say it is much better than cutting your own batting, no matter if it isn't perfectly consistent every time. Found my piece here. It fell on the floor. All right, let's get that back in here. I replaced this section of the tube maker, but I'm going to replace this section here too when I'm done this rug. But I'd already fed it in through to the fabric, not knowing it was, pretty well worn out. They're plastic parts that click together. So if you're doing as many rugs as I am, you've got to just prepare yourself that you're going to have to replace some stuff as you go. This is just... Make sure everything's lined up. I like the excuse me, studio machine. I think I like mine better than electric because it won't break. But you do have to crank it. Now, I don't mind that because I feel like I'm getting a little bit of exercise, which is kind of handy when you're only sewing, you're sitting a lot. So the ACTHOME Studio, when I've got to crank that fabric through all day long, if I'm cutting a bunch at a time, I feel like I'm getting a bit of a workout, which is maybe not a bad thing. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of the batting strip. And again, I don't like to butt my batting up because it does leave a bump in the fabric. So what I like to do is zigzag it together. So you'll see on the end of these batting strip rolls, they can be a little bit wonky. So I just trim a little bit off until it's straight again. And then I get my next one out, take the plastic off of it. You can get these on Amazon as well, shipped right to your house. And like I said before, this is the best batting that I've found, that it has a good loft to it that's easy to work with. And so I butt mine together and then zigzag it. It's one little extra step that keeps the bump out of the middle of the tube. And anything I can do to get my products, just leveled up, that's what I'm going to do. These are seam guides. Joyce, they're in the Amazon link in the video description. So you're in the States, right? So it'll be, click on the USA link, and I've put them in there into the Amazon storefront. And they're just two different seam guides. So they're really magnet, like really heavy duty magnet on this metal plate. And so line it up like this on that side. And then the next one, I like to get the machine going here for a stitch or two, so my needle's down, and then lift this one up and get it in. And this piece is going to hold down the fabric. So place it a little bit further back from here so that you make sure that this is pushing this down. You see it pushing it down here. And I think I bought the two of them for like $25 Canadian. So really inexpensive. And you can see now this is like pretty much hands-free. And I'm going to show you guys again how consistent this is for sewing at the edge of the seam. And that is important. Again, you guys, when you zigzag, you think you're zigzagging on the top, everything looks perfect. And then you flip your rug over. And half the time, if you've sewn down the middle of this flap on the back is not going to get caught by the zigzag. And you're going to be going back over half your rug and tacking that down because it looks like crap. So that is why I sew on the edge. I don't do a stitch down the middle. I don't do a serpentine stitch. And like I said, I was I was just in Cancun and I got super sick. And I came home and I literally was not able to do much except for lay around scrolling TikTok and ordering fabric. And lo and behold, on TikTok, I saw this setup. And I thought, wow, wouldn't that be amazing if that works? Like, you know, she shows it works. But I don't know. Sometimes you just like, you got to see it to believe it. And you know, it was a pretty short video clip that I saw where they're doing it on there. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? If it makes a difference for my business and it's $25, I'm going to order it. And sure enough, this is like game changing for consistently feeding this fabric in. Super easy to do. Like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I saw that on TikTok. It was just like just by chance that I saw that video. I don't have a lot of time actually to spend on social media myself because I'm busy with my business, right? So I pretty much have to be down and out to be like, you know, wanting to lay on the couch scrolling my phone. And just by chance, I saw that. And I think it's really going to make a difference for me this year. So lucky me, I guess. Everything happens for a reason, right? I'm going to do a short form video of this too and put it on my channel probably tomorrow or the day after. And just so everybody can see it. Not everybody wants to watch a live video, but they do want to hear about new tools and tricks for rugs, that's for sure. All right, we've got 3 strips of fabric left. 3. Oh, we're almost done. And this light color is feeding through amazingly. You're using this right now. Have you seen this setup before, Melissa? Yeah, no, it's the first time for me. So it's pretty amazing. I think it's going to help a lot of people out. I like it a lot. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. All right, then once we're done this section, we'll go over the members only prize pack again real quick. Then we're going to switch out the machine to my FAF, and we're going to sew this into the round rug. Well, it's going to be oval actually. So I'm going to show you how to start it. I'm also going to do a close-up of that because I had a customer, well, a viewer actually on YouTube wanting me to show the startup really close up for them. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll tag her in the video and I'll tell her, you know, approximately the time for it to pop up there on there so she can watch. Because she asked me to do it, and I said, yeah, as soon as I get back from Cancun. Well, then I bloody couldn't move for a couple of weeks there, so it's terrible. And I'm sure you can hear I'm a little stuffed up from it, but is what it is, and I'm feeling much better, so on with the show. This is the last strip of green, and then we've got one strip of cream, and we're done. And the cream goes faster. Sometimes the lighter colors stitch quicker in your machine. There it is, switching to the last strip. Oh, I have that one little section I need to fix that was pinned earlier too, where I was not paying attention. I was reading comments and I went off course and I probably got about 4 inches of a gap there that I need to fix. So I'll pull that out of the pile here right away. I can see the pin for it already. Good thing I pinned it so I could easily find it again. This will be a great angle too for you guys to see the taper at the end here in a second. Super easy to do once you get the hang of it. I don't like that big chunk at the end where people just sew off the end in the rectangle. That's not for me. And I also am not putting, my brand label on it. For me, these are high-end rugs. I don't need to put a label that says, Home Stitchery Decor on somebody's decorative rug. They know I made it. Once they bought it, it's about their house, not me. So I just do not put my branding on it like that. I think it junks it up at the end. And I know some people would argue, well, how are they going to find you? Blah, blah, blah. I have so many repeat customers. Our city is like 1.3 million people. So I have tons of repeat customers. They know where to find me. Dot Mask, currently working on a jelly roll rug. I think I'll get those tools. Thanks for the tips. You're welcome. Okay, so here we are at the end. Everybody can see what's going on. And I've cut the selvage off of the fabric. I've got the batting here coming right up to the edge. And now I'm just going to separate the batting from the fabric. And I'm going to make a couple of slices in it. So I have basically a little point that comes just to the edge of the fabric and everything else is cut off on a triangle. Now I'm going to fold the fabric in half. So, we've got some fabric here to stitch. And just when the fabric comes up to the edge of my machine, this is where I'm going to do a little finagling. So I've got my fabric matching to the middle. I'm going to fold in the ends a little bit like this, fold them into the center. So you've got basically no scrappy edges on this edge here or here. You got those folded right into the center. Then I'm going to twist it and I'm going to fold the edge in again on the side. I'm going to get this fabric to the middle on the other side. And it's going to be tight, 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 but you can do it. And you're going to fold it one more time. And I let go. Hang on a second. I let go. Okay, fold it to the center. You're basically folding it to the center repeatedly. Fold it to the center. Get this one lined up to the center. Fold it over again. Don't let go. Easier said than done when you're on video. I might have to do that one more time because I forgot my purple thing over on the side of the machine here. Okay. Get your selvage into it so it's not right on the edge. Fold it into the center. Fold it into the center. Fold it one more time. There we go. Now, this is where this tool comes in handy. You're just going to go back and forth until that little crease lays down flat. You're also going to need to get this out of the way. Okay? Get everything tucked in nice and easy. This is in my Amazon store. Don't buy these at the quilt store because they'll charge you like $15 for one. And on Amazon, you can get 8 for like $6 or something. And they fit really nice underneath your presser foot. So don't sew your fingers off here, folks. Probably need to get this guy out of the way too. You can see this nice tight little taper here. Okay. Now we're going to be able to push this into the edge of the rug and make that look even smaller. All right, this is where I buggered up. You can see I've got about a good 3.5 inch opening here where I sewed off the edge. So I'm going to fix that real quick. And I might even sew it this way so I can see it. Get that cleaned up. Now we are going to go over the members only prize pack. Remember at the end of this video, we're going to do a draw for this fabric from Connecting Threads. So stay to the end of the video and you'll be entered in the draw for that. That is completely separate from what I'm going to tell you about right now. So we're going to get this couple of threads cut off here. Get this in a basket, all set up for the next step. We're going to have to change out machines because I want a different machine for this zigzag. But the zigzag is going to go much quicker than the tube. I'll tell you that. Yay. Okay. Get that set up there. All right. I'm going to move my camera around and say hello to you guys again. Hello. There we are. Okay. Members only. Costs a couple of bucks a month to join the channel. You can join from your screen. There'll be like a $sign there somewhere, and you can join from there. You can join from the video description, or you can go back to the main channel and hit the join button there. You get members only content, you get members only giveaways, you get access to early content, you get priority reply to comments, all kinds of fun stuff. So in a minute, we're going to finish sewing the jelly roll, but the members only is currently sitting at 26 members. We need 150 to trigger this draw. And once we reach 150, I'm going to do a live. We're going to pick a random person, and it doesn't matter where you live in the world. I'm going to send you all this stuff, and it's super cool. It's valued at $865 right now for this prize pack. So it's pretty freaking big. Okay. So everything that we've got in this prize pack, we did lives for. Go back and watch them. Join in on the fun. You can see us do other giveaways. People have been here for a while. We're really loving it. So we've got 2 Robert Kaufman reversible Christmas placemats. We've got 2 sets of magnets, fridge magnets. We've got a set of 9 reindeer ornaments. All my own original designs. They got all the names here, all the reindeer. We did those in multiple colors, but Chelsea from our channel decided what color to put into the gift pack. That's what she wanted. We've got 2 Christmas dish towels. Just bear in mind, this giveaway started before Christmas, so we keep adding stuff to it. And we had a lot of Christmas stuff because it was before Christmas. Okay, we've got a couple of my own designed Christmas cards here as well. You'll get 2 of those. You'll get a pack of 4 soup bowl cozies in the coral floral fabric. You can watch the video tutorial for that. We've got a coral floral pillow sham, which will fit a 20 by 20 inch pillow. It's got a nice envelope closure there. There's video tutorials for everything here on my channel. Everything I do, I teach. So why not? We've got a copy of my book, From Zero to YouTuber, which is available on Amazon. Teaches you how to start, grow, and scale your own YouTube channel. We've got, very important, a clover fabric tube maker. You need that to make the rugs. If you're in Canada, you can buy that on my website. But if you win, you'll get one for free. We've got an actual jelly roll rug, which would be the perfect size for a kitchen sink or bathroom. We've got the quilters kit from FAF. I'll try to show you guys this without, I might need to move. But it's got 2 quilting rulers, rotary cutter, rotary blades, 2 packs of needles. And on the bottom side of it, oh goodness, sorry guys, but need to show you, right? It's got a rotating cutting mat under there. So that's from FAF. Pretty nice little gift pack there. And then we've got a stocking die for your ACQUilt Studio cutting machine. So if you join the channel, you pay your couple bucks a month, you need to be a member to win. And if you win, we're going to ship that all off to you. Perfect. So now we're going to change my machine out real quick to my FAF Quilt Ambition 635. And we're going to do the zigzag. So bear with me as we change the machine around here, and we'll get going on the next section, which I promise you will be faster and more fun than sewing the tube. Sewing the tube kind of sucks, but it has to get done. One of those things in life. You just got to shut up and do it already. Okay, so this is my newest sewing machine. I love it. It's from FAF. It's got a couple hundred stitches on it. It's pretty swanky. I use it to do my tea towels all the time. And we'll just get it plugged in and going. And of course, there's 2 plugs for it, so I got to find the other one. It's stuck under my desk here somewhere. Well, that wasn't so hard. All right. Plugged in, turned on, all the things. We've got a bobbin. I'm using a 40 weight polyester thread. This one is Coats Silco Tri-Labal polyester. Is that how we say that? Don't worry, I'm going to move the camera so you guys can see. We're just threading the machine right now, and then we'll get this set up here. And I'm going to do a close-up of the start of this because somebody asked me to, so that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you, I'm hoping this is the right foot. It might not be. While we were in Cancun, we have a live-in house sitter who also likes to quilt and is our cousin. So I have given her free reign of my sewing machine room because she's younger and my stuff is cooler than hers, so she gets to use it while she's here. Why not, right? What's the difference? Okay, so here's how we're going to start this. I don't do measuring like a lot of other people do. What I do is I find where the fabric meets the next fabric. So this is the same color of fabric, but you can see here where it joins, right? So that's where the 2 colors joined. So what I'm going to do is I take my end here and I'm going to fold it into thirds. That's how I start every single rug. And that way the center of my rug is always consistent. So if the colors were to change, like the second color was a different color, the center of my rug is going to have 3 strips of the same color without a color change. So you get a nice center to it. And how I do this is I just kind of wing it. You got to go back and forth a few times, but the fold is always going to be to your left. So here's the fold to your left, the fold to your left. And you just fold it and bring it down to the corner and fold it again until you've got it where it kind of lines up. And you can see here I'm off by about 4 inches. So I need to do it again. So I'll try, to get it perfect, but it's not a science here. Go around the corner and look at that. I pretty well got it perfect. So this is how I'm going to start the rug. So the fold is always going to be to the left. Got it? Okay, so then we're going to put it down into the machine just like this. I know some people will fold it. Like, no, I just fold it in half and I'm going to start my zigzag about 1.25 inches down. I'm going to go backwards first and then I'm going to come forward. And that way the machine isn't fighting with this big bulk right here, and you're not getting a whole bunch of zigzag, zigzag, zigzag right at the center. You're going to go back and then come forward. So I've got a preset zigzag on here, and she didn't change the settings on my machine, so that's good. But I think she changed the presser foot. So let me just see if this works or not. I'm kind of to the, I wish she hadn't done that. Or if you're going to use people's stuff, just put it back to what it was before you were there. Can I change this out quickly? I kind of want to see if it works. We'll see what happens here. Okay, let's come in super close again. Put the camera down. I might need to change the foot. And of course I haven't used this machine because I was on holiday and I didn't realize she'd done that. Okay, can we get in here super close? What can you guys see there? Yeah, that's better. All right, so we're going to go back first. So I've got a button here on my machine that's going to allow me to go backwards. No, this machine is not going to work with this foot. There's our answer. Ah, girlfriend, why did you do that? Now you're messing up my video. I need to find... Like if you're going to use somebody's stuff, just put it back to how you had it or how they had it. Because honestly, I've never changed the foot on this machine. So I'm not sure I even know how without Googling a whole bunch of how to do it. I might need one of you to walk me through how to do it. Because I literally have not changed the foot. Come on. You know you don't want to live there. All right. This is what she put on there. What is that foot even called? Can anybody tell me? All right, here is the other foot that is the one I believe I had on there before. So let's get that one back in there. This is what you get for being nice to people. Don't use my stuff without putting it back to the way you had it. Just, that's got to be like the new house rule. Because I only use my machines for like my projects that I sew for work. I don't typically have a lot of other projects that use all the other feet and stuff. Looks to be a joining foot. Interesting. I'm sure she found it in my drawer. Just like, okay. And now I am right-handed, not left-handed. So good luck trying to get this little bolt back in. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm in actual misery. Okay, let's put this up here. I can't even get this back on. Oh my word. If this isn't real life, I don't know what is. You know what I want is like a screwdriver that's got like a magnet on it. This is honestly, I've had issues with changing the needle, or sorry, changing the presser foot on the faff. I have a different faff machine that I use for embroidery. And when I first got it, I bet you I spent an hour trying to get the foot changed on it to the embroidery foot because it had a sewing foot on it, just because of there's no room here in between this machine to get your dang fingers in here to get the screw started. So if I get this, it will be an actual miracle. You can't start the screw on it first. I'll show you. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Oh my goodness, you people are so helpful. Oh, isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness, I am going to owe you. Joyce for the win. This is what community looks like, you guys. You see somebody struggling with something, just step up. Thank you, my dear. I could cry. And little Miss Harmony is going to get a... Do not use my stuff without putting it back exactly the way it was. Joyce, you are a lifesaver. Okay. Everybody pray that Joyce wins the fabric now for today. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yay. All right. Let's turn everything off. Get the machine back into its little cubby. Get everything turned back on. Joyce for the win. Joyce for the win. Perfect. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. I was going to have a mental breakdown. All right. So here is the fold. We're going to start, like I said, about 1.25 inches back. Get our mat up here properly. Put it in reverse. Get our zigzag out. And let's put it in needle down position as well. Well, look at that. Okay, now we're going to go forward. This is going to be so much better. Well, wouldn't it have been better if the thread was going through? Oh, heaven's sake. For heaven's sake, the thread broke. Okay, let's try this again. I want to show you guys the first few corners here, and then you can go to town. The automatic threader on this machine is lovely. It works every time. I know on my other machine it doesn't work as good as this, so kind of nice to have it working out. And we'll just start this again, just because I'm only got a little bit of it here started, and I don't want a big chunk of thread at the beginning of it. Oh, don't worry, Joyce. I've screwed up more stuff than this. On lives. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to go backwards. Now forwards. All right. Make sure you've got your folds to the left. Both folds are going to be to the left. And you don't even need to push this fabric into it. You're just going to let the machine feed the fabric through. And we've got a speed control here on the side as well, where we can speed up. On the straightaway, I like to go a little bit faster, of course. But then when I get to these first few corners, I'm going to turn my speed way down. I'm going to come up to the edge, and then this is where things can get a little bit tricky. Yeah, it's not just me, right? Getting your little hands in there. Okay, can you guys see this super close up? I hope you can see this. I don't know how to get it any closer, but what we're going to do now, you guys, is we're going to make some puckers on this inside corner. And as we do that, the outside, which is this, is going to lay flat. So start about an inch before the corner and just get in there and make a few puckers to the inside. Make sure you've got a needle down. That really helps on this section. And again, as we come around this corner, just fold the fabric to the inside, and that's going to make that outside layer lay flat. And we're going to pivot with the machine a little bit and do the same. Just push that inside of the fabric. So you push it in there, the outside will come flat. So this is the easiest way I've found to do it. It does take a little bit of practice, but if you go slow, you will nail this every single time. And then you can turn your speed up for the straightaways. Yeah, the seam here, this seam and this seam is now, I guess, to the right just because the fabric turned. But you want the part that you're feeding in is going to be this smooth outside. And then this is always going to be the outside of your rug. And this folded seam is always going to be to the inside of the rug. It's a tiny bit confusing on the first 3 strips just because we had to twist that fabric over. But once we get to the edge of this corner, you'll be sewing this folded seam to the puffy part of the rug every time all the way around. You won't switch anything again. So now we're going to come up to this edge here. We're going to clip our threads off. And again, we're just going to start the pucker about an inch before the corner just to give it some give here. So you're literally pushing on the inside of the fabric, which you will never do after these first few corners where you get everything laying flat. Just give it a tiny bit of give. You could pin this if you needed to, but if you went super slow and just followed this video over and over again, you will get this. So just push on the inside. That's going to make that outside lay down flat. If you pull it, you can see here, it's starting to pull up, right? You don't want that. You're going to make a bowl if you do that. But if you push that inside of that little piece of fabric, just on these tight few corners, it pushes down the outside and then that will lay flat. And you only need to do that for, you know, an inch on either side of the corner on the first few. And then as the corners get a wee bit bigger, you'll do a wee bit more here for the first few rounds. So just as you're coming up to the corner, start giving it a little give on the inside and the outside lays flat. If you pull it on the inside, you're going to pull this into a bowl, and you don't want a bowl. You want it to lay flat. My stitch length is on the machine here is at 7 and 6 and 3.6. That's what I've got it set. Every machine is a little bit different. This is a FAF Quilt Ambition 635. So see how we've got just a wee little bit of a give. Wee little bit of give. You'll see that fabric lay flat. Tight, right? Tight, flat. Tight, flat. Tight, flat. And you'll be able to go quicker as you get better at this. So this is tight. See it all pulled up here? Flat. Everything starts to go flat. And then just go like heck on the straightaway. Keep everything in the center on your wide zigzag so that everything catches. So see how this is, you know, nice and flat here? We're going to do the same. Just push a tiny little bit here. Give it a little give. Making sense, everyone? You shouldn't have to iron these rugs. If you do this properly, you should not have to iron. When we're going on the straightaway, you're not pushing or pulling the fabric at all in any direction. If you do, you're going to have a wavy rug or you're going to have a bowl, and you don't want that. So this needs to be no tension, loosey-goosey here, guys. And then don't push it, because you'll see if you push this, this is where you get the waves. If you just let the machine feed everything in, you barely even have to touch it with your own hands. It will feed both these in at the same time. So the only reason we're fussing with it at all is the first few corners to get this, basically to give some stretch to the fabric so it lays down flat. Thanks, Peggy. So this is how it goes. Loosey-goosey on the straightaway, tiny push onto the inside of the fabric on the corner. And then basically hands free. If it's pulling or pushing in any direction, you know, adjust for it. Make sure that this is loose, 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 loose. No tension on that whatsoever. Don't push this fabric with your hand, because when you do, you can see when you push it, the fabric moves. When you push it like this, the fabric moves. The other thing, do not do, I've seen this over and over and over again. People will wind this tube up into a ball that resembles a ball of yarn. I don't know why people are doing that. I've said this so many times on my channel. You would never see a fancy dress designer wad their fabric up into a ball and then try to sew a gown out of it. Once you've wound that fabric up into a ball and you've left it, sometimes in conditions of heat and humidity, or you've left it there for a week or two, you've now trained that fabric to be twisted. and then you're trying to sew a flat rug with it. It doesn't make any sense. I think somebody did it just for aesthetic, but they clearly don't understand how fabric actually works. And if you leave it like that for a week or two, there's no chance that fabric is ever going to get back to a flat state. So please don't do that. Just get a basket and put your strips into the basket. And then a couple days later, when you want to go sew, the round and round part of the rug, because you're so sick of that tube, you need a day or two off, your fabric will not be twisted. But if you wind it up in a ball and, leave it, and say you live in like Louisiana or something or Texas where it's super hot or super humid, you're just asking for trouble. So as you can see, this pushing to the inside gets less and less on each round now. It's going in better and flatter. So you're not going to have to do that for forever. Just kind of gauge. If it looks like it's pulling up on the corner, give it a tiny bit of give on the inside, and this outside will lay flat. All right, off we go to the races. Keep the two ends or the two sides close together. This is your curved edge now. This is your folded edge. Nothing has changed. Your folded edge is going to be on the outside, or that rounded edge is going to be on the outside of the rug, so you'll have a nice finish to your rug when you're done. And as you can see, this goes much, much, much quicker than sewing the tube. This is the fun part for me. This is where you get to see the fabric, come together. Like I said to you guys, I've never had this fabric out before, so I've never seen the finished product of this fabric. And as you can see, we're now on, what is it, row 8 or something here? Round number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this is 6. I'm barely having to give that any give around the corner now. So I can't see how long we've been live, but, a couple of hours at least, and we're almost done making a rug, which, I mean, this is amazing. If you want to sew and sell these, just get good at it. Heck, if I can do this, you can too. And no competition here, ladies and gents, because I cannot make this stuff for everybody, so I'd rather teach you how to do it. If you can shop through some of the links, if you need a piece of equipment or something, that really helps out. Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera there. But no jealousy, just encouragement here. I barely had to squish that corner at all, and we're just going to go to town here. I'm probably going to, well, I am going to for sure have to change the bobbin at least once, maybe twice by the time we get to the end of this. And then as soon as we're done sewing this, we're going to do a draw for the actual fabric that we're making this rug with today. So make sure you stay till the end, because you can't win if you don't play. We're going to assign everybody a number, and then I'm going to use a random number generator on Google. And then if your number is picked, you're going to have to email me. Give me your complete mailing address. Don't worry, I'm not going to spam you. I don't have time to spam people. It's like, no, we will not be spamming you. We're just going to mail you your prize. And then if you can post on the community group, of course, that you've got your prize and everything, just so everybody knows it's legit and fun. And, we're actually doing cool things here. This is kind of a, like a public acknowledgement that you got what we said you were going to get. And then make your rug and show us. Put it in the community tab. There's a community tab where you can post your own photos. How do you price this for people? So I have a formula for how many strips I have in each rug, and you can go check out my rugs on my website. My pricing is in Canadian dollars. Now, you've got to bear in mind, like if you're going to do this just on your own, you have to get good at it, for one thing. I'm much quicker when I'm not doing a video, for one thing. And I also have other projects on the go while I'm making the rug. So, for instance, I'll be cutting out my, I have my own card designs that I cut out on my Cricut machine. So my Cricut machine will be running while I'm working. I also have my own embroidery designs that I make embroidered Christmas ornaments. And so my embroidery machine will be going while I am making this rug. And because I work from home, I will also be videotaping what I'm doing, or I will have my washer and dryer running or my crock pot going at the same time. So I multitask every single thing that I'm doing. And that's how I can keep my rugs so affordably priced. So you need to price your products based on how much time and effort you're putting into them. But I'm 6 years into this, so I have learned very quickly that I need to have multiple projects going on at the same time while I'm videotaping, while I'm, making sure that our laundry is done and dinner's on the stove and stuff like that, because I want to get as much as possible. Oh, sorry guys, I'm knocking the camera here out of my life. So let's maybe move the camera back a little bit so it's not actually jiggling on the machine, and hopefully you can see that now a little bit better. Sorry about that. But I don't know of another way to get your camera that close up while you've got a basket of fabric next to you. So super easy. Anybody can do this project. And like I said, I started with tears and actual curse words when I first started out many, many, many years ago, making them for myself. And I just kept at it. When things are going good, I can make 4 to 5 big ones a day, and my big ones are 40 strips. And I'm out of bobbin thread, and I price them. Well, you can see on my website, but my 40 strip rugs are priced at 145 Canadian. And the price of fabric, of course, is insane, right? Now, you have to keep in mind that I do get commercial rates for my fabric now, because I'm big enough. I've been able to get commercial accounts. And if you're making this for yourself and wondering, how do I get commercial accounts? I just made a video a couple of weeks ago on how to get commercial accounts. And it's on my channel. It's one of my, it's the latest released video that I have on there. And it walks you through exactly how I got commercial accounts to the letter. And I want to encourage so many people to start their own business that I don't care if I tell you how I did it, because people need to know how to do it. Now, when I restart my thread, I don't start on a zigzag. I start on a straight stitch, and that way I don't get a big chunk of zigzag. I don't want a big chunk of zigzag. I want my rug to look really pretty. So I go back and forth on the straight stitch, and then I go back to my zigzag, and I might do like one little stitch there just to make sure everything's, stuck down. But there's no gatekeeping here. The biggest rug I've ever made, I believe it was a nightmare actually, and I wouldn't recommend doing it. It was an 80 strip rectangular rug that was a custom order when I first started, and I will never, ever, ever do it again. Ever. I will never do a rectangular rug probably ever again. They always go catawonka. They look like crap to me. I didn't enjoy the process. So since then, I've stuck to oval rugs. But this year, I might add a round rug selection, because I do have quite a few people asking for that. Now, bear in mind, I'm selling mine at craft markets, right? So when I go to the craft market, I don't want people to have a massive amount of if this, but that, where they could talk themselves out of buying stuff. I have what's done. I tell them that's what's done. And if they want a custom rug in that color and I still have that color, then I'm able to remake something that I already have on my website. But I've learned to walk away from the custom orders. The people are kind of fussier, and they expect more, and they complain more. So you guys can see now I'm barely pushing this around the corner, if at all. Really, I'm just giving this fabric a place to go, letting my machine do the work. I'm not pushing or pulling anything. It's going to be beautiful. We're probably over halfway done the zigzag portion of this. And we're going to show you the finished rug here when it's done. Yeah, I'm guiding it. That's the answer. That's the word. Just guiding it. Letting it do its thing. So I recently saw a local quilt guild is hosting a jelly roll class where the people are paying $75 to attend. So you just got this for free today. And the only thing I ask is if you like stuff like this, please tell at least one friend to come and check out the channel. And I know if you're sewing, you got at least one friend. If you've got a quilt guild that you need a presentation done for, tell them to look me up on my website and reach out to me, and we can do that. But that's my ask. Tell a friend, shop through a link, so I get a few dollars here and there off of the if you buy fabric or the seam guides or something. That's helpful. You're welcome. It's fun for me too. If I wasn't having fun, I would not be here because I'm too old for that crap. I'm going to have some fun. So, yep, just guiding everything around. If you see a loose thread, trim that off as you go. That can happen from where the seams join, or it's just thread that you've got hanging around in your studio. I thought I saw another one here, and I did. Trim them off as you go so they're not sticking out later. And as you can see, this rug is super flat. I'm not having to stop and iron it. If you use cheap fabric and cheap batting, you will have problems. I guarantee it. I did it for years. Where I was like, oh, you need to make everything affordably. Well, it's not so affordable if you're spending hours fixing it, or ironing it, or ripping it out, when you could have just spent $5 more on fabric and $3 more on the batting, and got the brands that I'm recommending, and then got a flat rug. You would enjoy the process more. You would swear less. Trust me, I got some colorful words for some of these rugs that I've done over the years. And I think, with sewing and crafting, we always want to try to do things on the cheap and then expect these amazing results. And then, when we don't do it, where it's like, okay, I could have waited a week and saved that extra $5 if I was super broke, and, bought the prettier fabric in a week or two from now and been much happier with my life and the outcome of my project. I think we try to rush things when we don't need to. So I'm begging you, please use good fabric and good thick batting, and you will like this much, much more. And you'll be able to sell them, for one thing, if you needed to sell them or wanted to start your own business. And people expect a quality item. When I set up my booth, I can spend the whole day in there literally just watching people's face when they walk into the booth, and they are literally gobsmacked at the quality of the products. And I wasn't always at that level. I just worked really hard until I got to that level of appreciation. And it's so much nicer now because I have so many repeat clients, and they're so easy to sell to. So if you make some girl, you make something and a girl buys it and it's a piece of crap, she will take it home and she will tell every single friend she has. But if you make something that's amazing and that same girl takes it home and it's amazing, she will bring you a friend to buy stuff. And that is way cheaper than advertising. Any advertising you can do is way cheaper to get a customer to bring you a customer. So again, we're just guiding this fabric around. We're almost switching to the taupe here, which I'm so excited to see, actually. I don't know why. I'm actually giddy for the taupe and cream colors in this rug. Almost at the end of it, guys. If you're just joining us right now, I'm Jolene from Home Stitchery Decor. We're sewing a jelly roll rug. We're showing you the final steps of the rug, but if you watch this whole entire live, we're going to walk you through the entire process. It's a free class here on YouTube. I do this all the time. And I got another thread here from where I restarted some, where the bobbin ran out the last time. We're switching to the taupe color. This is a 30 strip jelly roll rug. The fabric is Whitley Court from Connecting Threads. All the links that you need to buy all the products are in the video description there for you guys, including a discount code for Connecting Threads, which is my own personal discount code. I'm an ambassador for them. So they gave me my own discount code to share, which is only going to get bigger and better as we go along in life. So at the end of this video, if you're still here watching, we're going to give away one of these jelly rolls from Connecting Threads. So make sure you stay to the end of the video here. We're almost done, probably another 5 minutes of sewing. And then we're going to assign everybody a number, and then we're going to do a randomizer on my computer, and we're going to pick a winner, and then you're going to have to email me your address so that I can send you off the prize. Because who doesn't want to win stuff? And then remember, if you join the channel, which is a couple of bucks a month, you get your name entered into that other massive prize draw, which is currently valued at 865 Canadian dollars. But you have to be a paid channel member to get your name in on that draw. And none of this is affiliated with YouTube, so don't go telling them on us. We're just having fun giving away fabric and stuff. If I win, it will be my first jelly roll. Oh, Melissa. How are you doing them before? Cutting your own fabric, I assume, with your strip? Yep, cutting her own. I like to cut my own as well when I buy the bolts of fabric in coordinated colors, because if you check out my website, I have tea towels, dish drying mats, soup bowl cozies, pillow shams, oven mitts, potato / tortilla bags. All those are mix and match products. So I'll buy bolts of fabric and I'll do, the rugs and the matching towel and the matching dish drying mat and the matching soup cozies, all in the same fabric line. And all of that I cut out with my ACTHomeStitcheryDecorcan studio cutting machine. Okay, I'm totally digging the colors of this rug. I freaking love this. I think this might go in my kitchen. Maybe not my bathroom. but this color line is definitely going to go in my kitchen. I have a rug in my kitchen, which has always not quite been right. But my husband bugged me for so long to put a rug there because we renovated a few years ago, and I was making these rugs, and I just couldn't find a color that was quite right for my kitchen. So one day I just put one in there, and it just wasn't it. And this one, I believe, is going to be much better. So it's going to go live, excuse me, in my kitchen. This is where I'm going to make sure this one of these is mine. Mine. I just sewed off the edge because I got so excited about putting this in my kitchen. See what I did here, guys? Nobody's perfect. Right off the edge. Zigzagged right off the edge. So I'm going to just pull this back a little bit. I'm going to change the bobbin out anyway while I'm at it. And that'll save you guys watching me change the bobbin here in a minute because it's going to run out. Almost done. Almost. One more bobbin. Please tell me I have one more bobbin. I have one more bobbin. Get in there. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Again, I'm going to change my machine back to a straight stitch because I don't want a big glob of zigzag. These extra little steps are what make a difference in a very nicely finished project or I just jankied this together project. You want the thread to stay for sure. Almost there, guys. Almost. So close. Changing the cream. Couple of oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Orientation is back. Oh my goodness, you guys. I totally threw you to the floor. My apologies. Let's see if I can get this back in here. Good grief. We might be upside down. And backwards. We are. What the heck? Throwing you around like a bunch of rag dolls just because I went to clip my thread. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're going to switch you this way. There we go. Wouldn't it be amazing if someone would come up with a way to use a cone for your bobbin dream on the right? Yeah, wouldn't it? I feel like I should tell everybody this too. You know, when you go and buy bobbins on Amazon, all you see are metal bobbins. Don't buy them. I was buying them because I was like, oh, those are going to last a lot longer than plastic bobbins. Then a very nice person who watches my channel came on and said, hey, by the way, I repair machines. And when you buy a metal bobbin, you're actually ruining your machine because there's magnets and stuff in the bobbin section. And any machine that gets sold with a plastic bobbin, the only kind of bobbin you should use in it is a plastic bobbin. And I didn't know that. So thank God, because I had bought like a boatload of metal bobbins thinking I could solve the, you know, constantly replacing plastic bobbins because they, you know, they wear out is what happens, I think. And so now I've switched back, obviously, right away to plastic bobbins. And I Googled it. And I actually made a video for the channel here about Googling it. And every single brand of sewing machine that I own in this place, in the manual, it does not say only use a plastic bobbin. But when you Google it, on the internet, it says only use a plastic bobbin. And I'm like, well, that information would have been helpful. Before I bought all these metal bobbins. And I think they're just selling them on Amazon because nobody really knows. And they're making money off of it because people just don't know not to purchase them. And I mean, I sew for a living and I didn't know that. So thank goodness this lady came on and said, by the way, do not use those metal bobbins. So if you're using metal bobbins, please stop because you're actually damaging your machine, and machines are expensive enough as it is. So we definitely don't want to be throwing money down the toilet when we don't need to be. Okay. We've got 2 strips left here, guys. Would have been much faster if I didn't throw my phone on the floor. I'm so glad I didn't cut out the live video because I would have had to start over. And that would have sucked when we're going to do a giveaway here at the end. Bear with me. You made it this far. A few hours of your Friday night, and you could win a jelly roll for your own sewing entertainment. But please, if you make the rug with this, put it on the community tab because we would absolutely love to see what you're doing. And that's how we build a community, is by like actually participating in it. Almost. Can you see I folded the rug up here a little bit? That's okay to do. I'm running out of space on the left-hand side. And I just want to make sure I'm not pushing or pulling the rug. So I've just folded it in half. As I come around this corner, lay it back down flat. I've got more room to work. As long as you're not pushing or pulling any of this feeding into it, you're going to be fine. You could also place your hand underneath if it was getting super heavy and your machine was dragging. Having a nice flat surface really helps. I cannot give you the link for this exact table because I bought it on Facebook Marketplace and it was a deal of the century. And I actually painted it myself because it was a little worse for wear. So a little bit of elbow grease and I've got a pretty nice table here. All right, we're coming up to the end. You can see the end here. And this is where this purple thing is going to be super helpful again. Make sure everything's laying flat still. This fits underneath your presser foot. So don't sew onto it, but you can also just give this little tapered end a tiny little push as you're coming into the end of it. And that's going to give you, use whichever end you want here. There's a pointed end and a flat end to this. So I'm going to use a flat end here, and I'm just going to push that taper into the edge just a tiny little bit so I don't have a big janky finish. And again, go slow. You can reduce your zigzag here, go backwards a little bit and forwards a little bit, and switch to your just straight stitch and make sure everything is tacked down. And then we're going to cut the threads off. Perfect. So that's the taper. And I think that looks much nicer than having the full width and just like it would cut off right here. And you would just have like a rectangle of fabric at the end. So that's how I taper it. Push it in a little bit. And you've got a nice finish there. Can everybody see that? And I've got to cut off these little threads of here, but that's not a big deal. Okay. Let's get the camera turned around so it can face me, and hopefully we don't drop the camera on the floor. Because, wow, that was stupid. And how many? We've got 13 people here. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, this is the finished rug. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see. What do we think? Is that amazing? Is that amazing? Okay, you guys, we need to give everybody a number. So I'm going to get a pen here and a little piece of paper. Not that piece of paper. Do I not have a piece of paper I can use here? This one. Okay. Melissa, you're number 1. Joyce, you're number 2. Peggy, are you still here? If you're still here, say yes. Patricia, I see you. You're number 3. And we all need a name. Okay. Oh yeah, Peggy is still here. Peggy, you're number 4. Okay, you guys need to, even though you're watching and you haven't commented yet, you have to tell me your name if you want to win this. So we've got Melissa number 1, Joyce number 2, Patricia number 3, Peggy number 4. So you have to comment with your name here so that we can add you and you could possibly win this draw. So let's get on this so we're not here all night. Please leave your name in the comments. Because if you don't comment, it's only going to be these 4 people that participate in the draw. So we'll give you a minute here. We've got Joyce, Patricia, Melissa, Peggy, because Timothy is actually Peggy. Robin, you're number 5, Robin. Number 5, lucky number 5. And that's 5 of you. That's pretty amazing. We've got 14 people watching right now. Hey, you guys, if you're just joining, we're going to give away this fabric from Connecting Threads. So you need to leave a comment with your name, and we're going to do a draw here right away. So if you're not, if you don't give me your name, I can't put your name into the draw. So we've got Robin. We'll leave it here for a second. We've got 5 people in on the draw right now. That's pretty good odds. 5 people. We'll leave this for 1 more minute. And if nobody comments, look at my shirt is all covered in dust. I'm going to have to totally lint roll this shirt. You guys are getting a good shot of my chestal area. Okay, Robin, that's 5 of you. We're going to do a random draw. I'm going to bring the Google thing up on my computer here. You guys, I'll show you this in a second, but while we're waiting for people to comment. Wheel spinner. Oh, how did we call that before? Random DOM. Oh. Random number generator. We've got Darla. Darla, you're going to be number 6. Dot, you're going to be number 7. Okay. In 30 seconds, it's going to for the drawing here. So let's count down. If you haven't commented in 30 seconds, we're going to close it. So it's at 40, 41. When we're at 10 on my counter at the end of it. Here, so we're just going to let that thing roll till it says 10 on the next number. We're at 179, 52, 54, 55, 56. It's going to go to 60, and then it's going to go to 10, and then that's it. So it's pretty good. We're at 180 minutes for sewing a jelly roll rug. So we started at 3. It's 6 o'clock, basically. So 3 hours to sew a jelly roll rug is pretty dang good. While we're doing a video, mind you, and asking questions and changing sewing machines and showing you the members only gift prizes and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's closed. So no more comments. Now we're going to come over to the machine here. I'm going to show you guys the computer. We've got a random number generator. The maximum is going to be to 7 and the minimum is going to be 1. So we've got 1 to 7. We're going to generate the random number, and the random number is number 5. That's what it picked. I clicked generate. It picked 5. Number 5 is Robin. Yay, Robin. You won. Okay, so Robin, you need to email me HomeStitcheryDecor@gmail.com. So home, HOME, Stitchery, STITCHERY, decor @gmail.com. So it's my channel name @gmail.com. And you need to give me your first and last name and your complete mailing address. That's what you need to give me. So please send that over. How do we find your website? It's HomeStitcheryDecor.com. Everything about me is Home Stitchery Decor. HomeStitcheryDecor.com, HomeStitcheryDecor@gmail. On Instagram too. I haven't been very active on Instagram, but I'm going to do better this year, right? Everywhere on the planet, Facebook, TikTok, Home Stitchery Decor. Yay, Robin, you won. That's exciting. So Robin, please send me your email, or email me, send me your complete mailing address. I'll get this off to you next week sometime. And because the post office isn't open, I don't think tomorrow's Saturday. I don't think they're open tomorrow. So we'll get this sent off to you completely free of charge. And I'm not going to spam you or anything like that. I don't have time. I just want you to win cool stuff. So please consider joining the channel. The channel membership is a couple bucks a month. The other giveaway that we have is 865 Canadian dollars. If you haven't seen, you can go back and watch the video. We show it a few minutes in, what's all in that prize pack, and then about halfway through the video as well. It's pretty cool. It's valued at 865 Canadian dollars. When we reach 150 paid members of the channel, we're going to do that draw. And then as the channel goes forward, we're going to do more draws, because the more people that participate, join the membership, I get sponsors because I've grown, all that kind of fun stuff. All of that is coming back to my audience, because dang it, we're going to have some fun and we're going to build this massive community. Did you have a good Christmas market? Hi, Darla. Yes, I did. I did have a good Christmas market. Darla, are you a member? No, you're not. I did a members only recap of the Christmas market. So if you join the channel and you sign up for the memberships, then you can see all the members only videos as well. But I did have some really good Christmas markets, and I'm going to do more stuff this year. So I just did a video of how to get commercial accounts. Very important if you want to start your own craft business, to get yourself to the stage of having commercial accounts as quickly as possible, so that you can save money on your own supplies and start growing your business that way. Don't forget, I also have my book, which is From Zero to YouTuber. It's available on Amazon in Canada and the United States. It's $20.95 Canadian. It teaches you how to start, grow, and scale your own YouTube channel. It doesn't tell my story or anything like that. This is a step-by-step guide for you guys to get growing on your own business if you want to, or give it. These are great gifts for younger kids in your life, because so many people want to have videos. You're welcome for all the information. It was super fun. And this is the rug that we sewed. So one more peek before I go and get some dinner and feed my doggo and all those kind of fun things. So there it is. That's the rug. So thanks for being here, you guys. I'm going to knock my camera over one more time before I go. And oh, you got my book. Yay! If you did get my book, I have a huge ask. Can you please, pretty please, with 5,000 sugars, leave me a review on Amazon? Please, 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 because I need reviews on there. Just for like legitimate, this is an actual person, and leave an honest review. I mean, if you don't think it's 5 stars, don't leave 5 stars. Okay. That's it for tonight, you guys. I'm so glad you were here. I'm so glad Robin won. And if you have any problems whatsoever contacting me, please reach out on my YouTube channel. There's lots of places you can leave comments and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to say something if something goes wrong. I want to hear about it. Okay. Have a great night, you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.